So you were born as an Archelon, tiny, barely 10 to 15 centimeters in size, but with great potential. Who would have thought that this little freak with a shield on his back would grow into a giant sea monster up to 4 meters long and weighing 2.5 tons? Oh yeah, you are destined to become one of the largest sea turtles in the history of the planet. But for now, you are an armored muffin with flippers, dreaming of reaching the ocean and not becoming someone's light breakfast. Welcome to the Cretaceous period, an era where survival is a sport with minimal chances of winning. You will have to fight for your life, and you can't even imagine how ridiculous it will sometimes look. So you just hatched from an egg on a hot sandy beach, hatched and immediately found yourself in the nomination, the most helpless food in the world. Your vision isn't perfect yet, but you can definitely see the pterosaurs, giant flying lizards looking down on you. They're flying in the sky above the nest, and it seems they've chosen you. On land, you're a helpless pie with flippers, barely moving along the sand. One of the pterosaurs is flying towards you. You're about to give up on life when it suddenly grabs your brother. No one said it would be easy. You start running towards the water in a panic. Your flippers aren't designed for running on land, so you look like someone trying to run on their hands across the sand. You fall awkwardly, hit the rocks. You're rolling head over heels into the water. Water is your salvation, but don't relax. Small predatory fish are already waiting for you here, and an ichthyosaur is looming on the horizon, which, judging by its eyes, decided to have a light snack. You dive deeper to avoid meeting it. Good news, you survived. Bad news, there are many years ahead, during which you will be haunted by failures and very hungry neighbors. To survive, you need food. Your mother will not take care of you, so you will have to find food yourself. What do Archelons eat? Almost everything that comes their way, and does not run away too quickly. Mainly jellyfish, mollusks, and plants. Jellyfish, of course, are strange food, but they cannot run away, which is extremely convenient for you, with your rocket speed in the water. Also, once an hour you need to swim out of the water to take a breath of air. You can't always stay underwater, so the years pass. You grow. Now you're the size of a large suitcase and can already swim at a decent speed. Your diet consists of jellyfish, squid, and seaweed. Well, at least you don't have to run in circles with food. Jellyfish are so slow that you can catch up with them even with your eyes closed. But here's the problem. Some jellyfish can sting, and one day you bite one. She gives you an electric shock. Now you swim with a swollen mouth. This was the first lesson. Not all jellyfish are safe to eat. Sometimes you decide to hunt for small fish, but they unfortunately do not appreciate your authority and begin to tease you, swimming around and avoiding your every move. You become stronger and larger, but there are also more enemies. A Zephactinus appears on the horizon, a predator 5 meters long. She rushes straight to you. You panic. She attacks you, bites off a part along with the shell, and you just sink to the bottom bleeding. And so your life ended. Too sad. Let's do it again. Salvation comes unexpectedly. You dive into a deep rift where the Zephactinus cannot crawl. It turns around and you remain alive, wet, scared, but still alive. So the years pass. You grew up. Your shell inspires respect, and your size already reaches 4 meters. But even being a sea giant, you are not the top of the food chain. One day on your way, you meet a mosasaur, a huge sea lizard 15 meters long with a mouth full of teeth. He looks at you with such an expression on his face as if you have grown all these years for his stomach. The mosasaur begins to chase, and you, despite your heavy carcass, show miracles of maneuverability. Your tactic, dive deeper, where the mosasaur is no longer comfortable. He circles above you for a while until he notices another Archelon. To his regret, but to your happiness, the mosasaur ate your relative and simply swam away. Another situation occurs when you swim in shallow water in search of seaweed and get stuck. Yes, a giant Archelon gets stuck between the corals and cannot move. Birds think that you are part of the island and sit on you. You have to endure all this until the tide returns you to the water. Over time, you meet that Archelon. She swims smoothly, gracefully, her shell glitters in the sun. You decide to hit on her with the phrase, "Hey, do you want to swim a couple thousand kilometers with me? It's more fun together." She, oddly enough, stays, and together you set off on the path of procreation. When the time comes to lay eggs, you accompany her to the beach. She chooses a place, digs a hole, and lays dozens of eggs, small, like golf balls. You watch proudly, knowing that somewhere in the sand lies a new generation of Archelons. "Well, guys, good luck to you. Try not to embarrass Dad," you mutter, and swim back into the ocean. The years go by. Your shell is covered in scratches, your flippers are not so strong, and predators no longer see you as prey. You are an old Archelon who has survived everything: Xiphantins, mosasaurs, prankster jellyfish, and your own clumsiness. You decide to rest in the shallows. A wave picks you up and throws you onto the shore. Well, now you are on your back. You stay on the beach, fall asleep to the sound of the waves, and become a part of history. Millions of years later, your shell will be found by scientists, and they will name your species Archelon ischiros, mighty Archelon. You left offspring, outlived the giants of the Cretaceous ocean, and became a symbol of the fact that even unlucky giants can write their name in history. And now you can relax. The main thing is that there are no jellyfish with electric shocks in heaven. Subscribe to the channel.